What's up, King?
Welcome to the Transition Podcast.
This is not an official episode. I'm just cutting up content.
Like
I know, it's fun. You've been getting really good at it. Yo, you made a comment I didn't really like. I was talking crap about esports athletes.
okay.
I'm gonna write
I had
this
a
down.
feeling you wanted to go there.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that because here's the thing. Like, this is becoming a thing where these guys need agents now. These guys are going to need agents. They're going to need insurance. What do? Do you insure your hands? Do you insure your brain? Like, what if I start getting dementia and, like, I can't play anymore? But I guess that goes with anything, right?
Yeah.
It's not like esports is the only place that you use your mind in.
No, but but to your point, I think it's an industry that has developed, which is not going to bring more revenue into the insurance industry probably, or
At some
other
point.
industries, because it's becoming a sport.
Define sport.
Sport is nowadays, if you have, it seems like if you have a venue and it has
And you're competing?
and you're competing and you have capacity.
Well, bowling's been a sport. Is bowling a sport? Is poker a sport?
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think if you're a poker player, you're not an athlete.
I don't know. I guess we live in an era where you just can't box in the word sport no more.
Well, no, you
Let's call it entertainment.
You live in a. Okay,
Can we call it sports entertainment?
Yeah.
Okay, so does gaming fall under entertainment or does it fall under sports? I would say entertainment.
Yeah, dude. Because then you have to define, like, do only athletes play sports? Like,
Yes, and hear me out, and this is my opinion. The physicality is so.
The physicality makes you an athlete. Like, define athlete, right?
So, well, the
Let's just do
physical.
it right now.
Yeah, well, there's the mental part and there's a physical part. But let's keep it fundamental, right?
Go ahead. I'm defining athlete. Keep talking.
Okay, so esports, you don't have to run the bases. You don't run.
No, you don't have to-
you
I'm
don't
not
have
running
to catch
anywhere.
a ball. You don't have to shoot a basketball.
All right, so check this out. Ready?
Mhm.
Webster defines athlete as a person who is proficient in sports and other forms of physical exercise. Physical. Okay.
Okay.
So that's an athlete. So then let's define sport. Define sport is an activity involving physical exertion
There you go. So it falls.
and skill in which an individual or team competes against another for entertainment.
So that's why I just said. So
Did you
okay,
say
so if it falls, we'll call it in between both spaces.
Yeah, I mean, the sport part makes it, the physicality makes it a sport.
What I think gamers are driven by now, and again, this has been something that I've had to adapt to because as an ex-athlete,
It's almost offensive to you.
it's yeah.
You put the work, how much work. The
Dude,
thing is, I
the-
know these guys at the highest levels that, like we had a League of Legends tournament playing right there. Right? These guys are playing 8-9 hours a day.
I know.
And mind you, to the average person, it's like, well, you're playing a video game. I'm a gamer. Like, even to me, I'm like,
No,
dude,
I get it, and there's they have to have anticipation and mental skills and
It's not easy.
and reaction.
it's insane the reaction time that I have to compete with.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So, did I ever see that coming? No, I didn't. I don't think anybody did.
I mean, I remember me being 12 years old and I was like, how am I like?
But I think I can tell you why it's happening. I can tell you why I think there was a birth of esports.
Why?
Because young athletes are getting burnt out.
Okay.
When your 6 and 7-year-old is specializing in a sport, he's gonna be burnt out. If you're a parent of a 6 or 7-year-old and your son's a stud coach-based player, and you want him to play all year long, I check yourself.
Yeah. You gotta let a kid be a kid.
Yeah.
Even
if the kid is telling you,
yeah, you got,
Dad, I want to play.
You as a parent have to set up boundaries.
Yeah, you have to.
I understand that. I do agree with that.
It's okay to tell him no. We're gonna take a season
now,
off.
now
Go,
connect
go
that.
Go ride your skateboard.
But okay, now connect that to esports. So then what happens? A kid gets
So what
burnt
happened-
out. Kid's playing baseball.
So
Mom and dad dad's really hard on him, or mom's really hard on her, or whatever. Like it could be.
he loves to compete. He loves playing Fortnite. It's competitive. There's
A market.
you can win or you can lose.
Yeah.
It's you by yourself. You don't have to worry about some guy ringing at your ear, making you do something you don't want to do.
Correct.
Because you don't love what you're doing.
So then, here's another angle.
It's almost like a rebellion.
Well, here's where I'm careful with that.
And then there's also guys who love it.
Let me give you an example. I played at Red Berries when I was 10, 11, 12 years old for 3 years. I would say I was good. I had a good batting average. Like, I was a starter. I batted second my whole life. I was fast, all these things. But there got a point where I entered high school. I played video games my whole life too, though.
Okay.
But I loved playing baseball. I'm still that generation that played outside. Sunday night when the sun went down, a lot of anxiety because, damn, tomorrow I got to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Keep riding my bike. If I do another lap around the block, Mom, it's another 10 minutes that I just bought. You know what I mean? I grew up in that generation, but I also grew up that as soon as I came inside, shower, eat my food, do homework, and I'm playing video games.
Yeah.
And then when Mom thinks I'm asleep, I'm up to 1 in playing, like I say, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So my point is, I got to a point in high school where once I tried out for the JV team and I made the team, but everyone around me was just getting physically bigger and they were bulking up, and I was, I didn't have a dad behind me coaching me through that and like, hey, you gotta like train and you gotta do this. And I was just, my mom was like, hey, if you want to play, you can play. If you don't want to play, you can't play.
Yeah, but
and I couldn't I physically couldn't keep up.
Okay.
A lot of these kids were getting bigger.
So you felt like I'm being.
Well, then I messed my knee up.
Or you didn't have enough passion for the game.
I loved. Well, that's my thing too. Like, I still love to compete in all things. I loved baseball. I still love baseball.
Mm-hmm. I
still rather that's the sport I rather play right now. Like, my boys want to go play basketball, I'm not really down. But if they tell me, we're gonna go throw a ball around, take some grounders, I'm down for that.
It excites you.
I'm built that way. Like, I love baseball like that. But I just again, like I said, like I couldn't keep up physically, and then I didn't lose my passion for it. I've always been very self-aware, and I'm like, dude, like, what am I going to do? Like, I do this throughout high school, and I commit my life to it, and then I go into college, and you think you're going to go play for UM? Lewis? I told myself that. Like, I had what Coach told you. Like, I told myself that. I was like, that's not going to happen, bro. Like, you know what? You're smart. You can do other things. Like, it is very okay. And I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. So then what happened, I was playing video games at a very high volume. I didn't get in the way of my schooling because, I did fine with FIU. I'm okay. But what I wish is that I was that age now in this day and age, because I could have become pro at a game, for sure. Like, for sure, I know that for a fact. I played a game called World of Warcraft, which for you nerds, it's 10 million people playing that game, divided into servers. There's about 30 servers. Divide 10 million people by 30 servers. Within those servers, the way the game's built out, you have, like, these classes that you play.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up being the second highest ranked in the entire server, both sides. Do 10 million by 30. It's probably what? If a million would be, call it 750,000 people.
Yeah.
I was second ranked in the entire server at my position.
That's crazy.
I was really good. And a lot of the people who were going pro, there just wasn't a pro scene. Today, there's a pro scene for everything. They're doing Rainbow Six tournaments, cash out prizes for $5 million. A 16-year-old just won $3 million at a Fortnite World Cup.
No, that's crazy. No, the amount of money that's being put into this.
This isn't a cute $300 a month. This is like life-changing money.
EA Sports. I mean, look, it's Super Bowl weekend, guys. Tomorrow, Jerry Rice is going to cut a ribbon at a local facility in Miami that's going to be dedicated to esports.
That's Ray Lewis. I just actually
the writing's on the wall.
Me and Johnny
is here.
Fernie, me and Johnny just filmed an event 2 days ago for Ray Lewis at Topgolf for his contribution and his partnership with I think it was A North Esports Gaming, and Ray Lewis just did a whole tournament. It wasn't even most of these guys didn't play. They just got there and got hammered, but.
So going back to I guess to the question that started this whole conversation, do I think that esports is a sport? Personally, I think it just falls in between both categories. I think it's entertainment, and I think it's sports. But there's such an fluctuation of capital.
That's the thing, man.
I know. No, it's a dude.
There's a team that's called.
You just said a 16-year-old kid made $16 million.
$3 million.
$3 million. Okay, $3 million.
It's still a lot of money.
That's like crazy, dude.
Okay, so 100 Thieves is another esports organization. They're paired up with Rocket Mortgage and Cash App. Johnny, how much was their facility they just built? $10 million? $30 million facility.
Well, in Atlanta, they're getting ready to build a huge facility out there.
I think
10,000.
I think one of our friends, Michael Martinez's dad from Burke Construction, David Martinez and Tony Burke, they own the place. I think they're building out a facility for the Patriots for esports. I could be very wrong on that, but I know they did like a ribbon cutting.
Let's not take it too far, guys. Miami Heat. They have their own team.
Miami Heat has a 2K team. That's I've actually been to their gaming house. I went with a buddy of mine, Jovi.
How was that?
When we went, they were like starting their esports. Actually, no, they were back-to-back champs. It's an apartment complex by the stadium, by the Martinsburg.
Okay.
Where it was at the time. They might have
Okay.
changed it by then. I could be wrong on that location too, but it was a cool. For me, I'm like, bro, it's an apartment room. They have a bunch of apartments. One of them is just tables with computers everywhere, and like you open a fridge and it's like a Red Bull with like
That's
water
crazy.
bottles, and these guys are getting paid $30,000-$40,000 a year.
You know,
So 2K.
So I will tell you. Talk to me a little bit about the mental strength of a gamer. Like, I'll give you an example. Because I'm learning gaming,
Ability
right?
to compete or like
No,
personal
mental strength, like concentration skills.
That's the
like
bro,
how long? Like if a game, like I'll give you an example. I'm like, I don't know a lot about it, okay, but I'm evolving. I want to learn about it, right? I have a 8 and 6-year-old. I gotta learn about it.
You gotta learn. Yeah, it's
So
2020.
a game starts.
Round open up. Okay.
Okay, let's call it. I'm gonna use it like real fundamental term, right? The baseball game started, the esport. Does the gamer have the ability to hit pause and say, I'm gonna eat food?
No way.
So you gotta stay there.
You can't.
And
you
you-
can't. And everything, like, okay, like me,
Okay.
you know my level of, like,
Yeah.
OCD that I have. Like, I have to have, like, everything just has to, if I feel, like this right here, I wouldn't be able to game here. Because this, I'm thinking about it. So, like, I have.
So there's
like,
even kinesthetics involved.
100%. For me, at least. The chair I'm sitting in.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid.
I'm kinesthetic, dude. Like
I'm
I need feel.
I'm all feel.
So okay, so
I'm
it's almost like
all
it's like a
feel.
hitter.
Yeah, man.
He's got his
My
bat.
mouse.
Look,
You know these people, look, if you can't see it on the cameras. We have gaming keyboards and gaming mice right there. Like the switches, if Johnny removes a keycap, remove one of the keycaps to show Fernie. See that color of the switch, how it's blue?
Yeah.
Okay, you see a blue light and then there's a clear switch with a blue thing sticking up.
Okay.
There's a whole world that I love, mechanical keyboards, that there's red switches, brown switches, black switches. They have attenuation. How much force do you press down on the key before the key clicks?
So the keyboard is your bat. It's
The
the
keyboard in
golfer's
my-
golf club. It's got to
Bro,
feel good in his hands. Is what you're telling
That's
me.
my point, and that's why I obsessed over it. That's why I just 30 minutes before we started filming this, I bought another keyboard.
So
'Cause-
if the keyboard doesn't feel good, you may not play as good.
35,000. Oh yeah, Johnny was just mentioning it right now. There's a famous Fortnite player called Tifu, just built a $3,500 keyboard. A keyboard, and Johnny's like, I don't get it, and I was like, that's the thing. Johnny comes from control gaming. I've been a PC. I built my first PC when I was 13 years old. I'm 27.
Okay.
So like for me, that's my bat, and like my mouse is like it's like my bat and my glove. Like I have in my house I have like 4 different mice. I cycle mice because I'm just trying to
Now
find
let me ask you a question.
details.
Right.
You go into
This has happened in baseball sometimes.
Okay,
In
okay.
unique situations, but it happens. Is there a different keyboard for a different game? Because sometimes, like if you're facing if you're facing a pitcher, sometimes it's really slow.
You
Every
get a
once
heavy
in a while,
bat.
you grab a heavier bat, like little.
Okay, so it started.
It's not common, but it does happen.
Yes and no. So, your keyboard, your standard keyboard is your QWERTY, the QWERTY, the 60% part of it, the little arrow keys with the 6 part, and then like the number pad. It's
Okay.
a full size keyboard.
Okay.
They started creating something called 60%. They removed the number pad and the arrow keys, and you only have the base of the keyboard. Right now, that's what's popular right now. That's
Wow.
popping. That's the new bat. For me, at
It's
first,
a science behind it.
It's a
dude.
science behind it. Like for example, I just bought myself a 60%. Why? Because when I use my mouse, it does. If you can't see it on the keyboard, I'll be like gaming, and like my thumb will hit the keyboard, and I'm dealing in micro fractions of time. I have to react so quickly, and I have to be super precise with where I throw a skill shot. If I'm playing League of Legends, Rainbow Six, which is another big esports game. It's details. It's not like you could just run around and shoot a gun and bro, it's like timing. Some games are better with that, but there's a lot of details in these games, and if I touch that in a moment in the middle of a fight, I can lose that whole fight, wipe my team, and then we just lost that game.
That's crazy. Let me take you back now.
Sorry.
As a kid in high school and a kid in college who really loved gaming, did you ever see a day that gaming would become?
Yeah,
like,
I knew it would happen.
like,
I always
you
knew
saw
it would
this
happen.
evolving.
Yeah,
Like-
bro, I would play, and then in my head, I'd be like, Danny, $10 right now. Let's go 1-on-1. Just that thought.
No, I'm saying, but did you ever see the evolution of like this is going to become like a professional
It had
sport. Like,
to,
people are going to make money doing this.
Yes, I'm like.
I never even.
I'll tell you,
that wasn't even a thought.
The thing is, like, I don't want to sound like I'm being prophetic or anything like that, but I always knew that. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, in my mind, I was like, I don't know how to get it there, but eventually, I can't wait for the day. That's what I would say. I can't wait. The moment that esports pops off, I'm gonna have a career in esports.
What is the okay? Because me as a parent,
Mm-hmm.
right? My concern is that my child becomes addicted to the phone
Mm-hmm.
or gaming. You just said that gamers are putting 8 to 9 hours. You just said that
Professionals.
That's fine.
Training.
You said a 16-year-old kid just earned $3 million. That tells me that 16-year-old kid did not learn how to play. He's been gaming probably since
3 years. Yeah. Yes. I know. Yeah. 8 years old. You're about to say 8 years
That's
old.
fine.
Yeah. Forever.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Is there a dangerous spot, like the same way that there can be burnout in your
There's
in baseball, basketball, football,
Mhm.
soccer, tennis?
Mhm.
Is there something that parents should be looking at with their son or daughter who's gaming?
It's like with anything else, Fernie.
Balance.
It's. I'm not gonna sit here act like a professional, like I know everything.
No, but I knew you were gonna give me that answer, but I'm telling you because I think it's important that you relay this message to the parents
You
of gamers because, dude, like my dad will die and never understand this concept. You get that, right? Like our parents will never get that.
Yeah, I do get that.
I am learning to get this.
Think of it this way. Here's a little analogy. So let's preface everything we just said, or let's kind of like put a little bow tie on it. I'm not a professional in this. I don't know the right answers to this. I do think like anything else, you need to have balance, right? Here's a funny thing that I like to think about is when looking at my age, like, Louis, how are you too old to be playing video games? You're 27 years old. Yeah. Probably, but like I know 32-year-olds that go to Miami Park on Wednesday night and they will never be an NBA player. They're just normal players. They go, oh, but they're exercising. They're doing this. Well, I'm exercising my mind. For me,
Okay.
I'm competing. There's energy that I'm releasing because I'm like, bro, I get hyped, dog. I get hyped. You gotta watch me game. Watch me and Johnny like run a League of Legends match. I get hyped.
No, dude. I've
call-outs
watched on my Hulu. I've watched Cheddar Esports, and I'm seeing people like fans. Like it's like the Super Bowl. Like
It's
you have a
fun,
favorite
bro.
team,
There's
you
play.
show up,
They make plays and they do this and they do
they
that.
have their players. It's 5-on-5. I can't figure out what the hell's going on that screen.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got. But common sense.
Everyone's
got their role.
Everyone has a role. You need to execute. If I'm playing League of Legends and my jungler's not jungling, like we're losing that match. And I can look at the stats and be like, we lost because look, our jungler went 0-9-2.
What is the future of gaming in Miami?
Hey, bro, it's Miami's like anything else. It's late on everything. Miami, we're so late, and it's because we have a very relaxed tendency. We're Hispanic. We're late to things. We're just like, hey, just chill out, bro. It's gonna get. So that's kind of like you come to Miami to vacation. You don't come to Miami like New York. There's like an energy, a hustle and bustle. You know what I mean? Miami doesn't have that.
Well,
so
let's talk about my little cousin Juan
Rodriguez from Lodge Financial.
From Lodge Financial, who literally found was a basketball player at the University of Auburn, stopped playing, had been gaming, saw the niche, and now he's about to represent,
he's
giving financial advice to gamers.
I have no idea. That's okay. So
let's show you the.
Let me answer a couple
I
questions.
love that
right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the future of esports in Miami is like everything else. We're gonna catch up at some point. I'm already working with an organization, Rock Esports. Shout out to Rock. They're awesome. We are trying to get facilities up for tournaments. So like I want to have a storefront almost or a building where. On Saturday, we're hosting a huge Fortnite tournament, and 200 people come out. That happens with us. We host events at bars, and we have 200 people showing up to our events, $10 buy-ins for Smash tournaments, Super Smash Brothers, on the Switch. And these places pack out. Kids just playing tournament. There's a whole world, it's like an underground world of that type of stuff. A lot of current gamers are actually former athletes. Look at Carl Anthony Towns. Well, he's still a current athlete. Look at what's his. D1 Dr. Disrespect, one of the biggest Twitch streamers on the planet, was a D1 college athlete. You got guys. What's his white boy from?
Tim Hammond plays with 2 MLB players.
Who's the guy who just won something? Ex NFL guy.
I don't know who it is, but
Ocho Cinco or something.
Ocho Cinco is probably one of Juju Smith-Schuster's a big player. He's a part of FaZe, correct? Thank you. You have someone like what's this guy's name from Boston that he wrecked his knee. He used to play for Utah. A white guy. He's great. He was awesome. He's a forward, whatever. He's a big League of Legends player. He's actually he's like a diamond player in League of Legends, which is super high.
Wow.
That's the other thing too.
Do you think the athlete has the advantage in gaming?
Absolutely, bro.
That's why I used to beat Lewis all the time.
Well, Lewis says he's never lost to you, so you guys, we're gonna have to prove that somewhere. No, I'll tell you what. I think like me and Johnny, like Johnny's a freak Call of Duty player. Freak Call of Duty player. Like, I'll play good. I'm good at video games. Natural, like a freak. Like double. Like we played matches where I'll get like 30 kills and like 15 deaths, which is very, very good, and Johnny will get 60 kills and 15 deaths or something crazy like that. So these athletes, you know, even though I'm not an athlete, I don't consider myself an athlete because I don't, you know, clearly, right? But I have an athlete's mindset. I'm gonna kill you, I'm Mamba. Like I'm ready to like it's not personal. We're just on the field, bro. And like I want to be better. I have an ego too. You know what I mean? So typically that industry attracts a certain type of personality. You know what I mean? Like the more
I would think
recluse-
type A, kind of a glut.
No, most gamers I would say are more passive. You know, they're kind of like the outcast, black sheep of the
But
family.
you have to have a sense of hyper focus because you just gotta. There's no room for error. I mean, you're just in it.
That's where I love esports because it gave those people an opportunity to have a platform where they can go and do their thing.
So
play
I
their
would
game.
so I think it's a fair statement to say then that the esport gamer has an above average concentration skill set.
Yeah, and I would also, here's where kind of like my expertise kicks in, where it's like what games are you playing? What games are you playing? I want to know what games you're playing. Like if like I have friends who are like, oh, I like to play single player games, RPGs, where like Witcher 3, where it's just you and like you're exploring the world and you're completing quests.
Do people play Zelda?
Yeah, people play Zelda, but see, like, Zelda's not a competitive game. Zelda's like a solo game.
What about like Street Fighter? I was really good at Street Fighter.
We do. There's a huge competitive
Street
scene
Fighter?
for yeah, bro.
Oh, dude, I want to see that.
And Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat still
Oh
around?
my god, bro! Mortal Kombat.
Mario Kart.
There's not a. I don't know. There's probably a competitive scene, but it's not a very popular. Super Smash Brothers, huge competitive scene.
I'm like that
Huge.
dad who's in the. Do I buy my kids a PlayStation right now or do I not? Like I'm in the Chris. Like
you're.
I
Huh?
think you let them ask for it.
I know.
No,
That's
you know
I'm
what?
doing.
Yeah, but you do a good job. I've seen you how you raise Olivia and Sean. You do a good job of they like to be physical.
No, I
Kids-
want it. I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to have a little fun.
I think that.
But I'm like,
I think
I
that
don't
you
want.
can introduce something like that, Fernie, and also show them balance. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good opportunity to show your child how to have
Well, it's
balance.
like
in life.
right now. We're showing them with Roblox. I mean, Roblox is a big deal for kids. Why? Because they're playing Roblox and they're talking to their
Well, they're
friends are signing in.
socializing.
And they're socializing.
Which
what
is-
I don't like about it is if you're not controlling it, your son or your daughter could be talking to somebody who is a
Well, that's the thing.
Predator? I mean,
And-
let's keep it real,
let's-
dude.
Yeah, let's keep it real. That's definitely a thing. It's not. It doesn't happen as prevalent as people think it does. You know what I mean? It's just but. All
right, last two questions.
At the end of
Ready?
the day, it's to answer your question fully. It's balance, and that's a parent's job to show a child that.
All
Last
right,
two questions.
two questions. Where's esports going to be a decade from now?
Dude, it's gonna be up there with the NFL. It's $1 billion. Let me just give you a statistic. Over the last 9 years, there's 4 industries I'm gonna give you: music industry, movie industry. You know what? Let's skip the other one, and the gaming industry. One of these industries has outperformed the other 2 combined in the last 9 years. Enough context says that the e-gaming industry has outperformed the music industry, the total revenue, and the movie Avengers. Think of Avengers industry altogether. Esports and gaming companies, Blizzard, Activision, all these, Infinity Ward, all these big guys have outperformed them 9-1 over the last decade.
All right, last
That's
question.
but hold on, movies,
No, that's crazy.
celebrities, Hollywood.
That's it's
our whole social society, listen, runs off these 2 industries.
You're
Gaming,
blowing my mind right now.
Gaming has outperformed those 2 combined over every year consistently for the last 9 years.
That's crazy.
Every year. And that's that esports blew up within the last 3 to 5 years. In the next decade, you're talking NFL numbers. And don't be surprised if it's just, bro, like, you know how much money I just spent on skins? You're going to get mad at me. Skins. You know what a skin is for a game? I have a character that I play often,
Okay.
and she has a default, or he has a default outfit. Like, they look a certain way.
Okay.
How about a skin? Cost me $5 a skin. And it's just like, it's the same
Dude,
character. No competitive advantage.
I'm going into the gaming.
No, listen to me. No competitive advantage. There's nothing. It's just my character looks different, and it's kind of clout.
And that costs you money.
That cost me money. And guess how much? Guess how much I spent?
Whoever developed that,
I spent $40 last
kudos
month.
to you. You're a genius.
I spent $40 last month.
So
on skins.
crazy.
See, okay.
And it didn't leave a dent, and I wanted it, and I did it, and now I have all these characters, and now when I play, there's a little bit of clout because now you're facing a Diana. I'm gonna get niche. A Diana in mid lane with the Infernal skin, and this guy's like, whoa, this guy spent money, dog. This guy really, he must play this character a lot. Like, okay, and right there, I have an edge on you, because now you're passive.
Here's the thing with that.
Details, dog.
What's made a game changer in the gaming industry is the microtransaction. That's what they call it.
Microtransactions.
Microtransactions have changed the game.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna give him a Q&A real quick. If I asked you, do you think that Fortnite is a free game, or you had to buy the game to play Fortnite? What would you answer?
You have to buy the game.
Fortnite is a free game. Did you know that?
No.
You can play Fortnite for free. You don't have to buy the game. It's free.
So what are you buying? Where's the catch?
Skins.
That's so crazy, dude.
Do you know that? You know that Fortnite.
Jag is now in the skims business.
Skins.
Skins. Please call me. I will figure out.
Do you know what that is? That Fortnite is the highest grossing making League of Legends. The most popular Fortnite and League of Legends are the two most popular games on the planet.
So they're like
free to play.
Okay, fair statement.
They're free to play.
Fair statement. I'll collaborate it. Ready? Is it free Facebook? But you're buying advertisement?
That's a very good point to do it. You can use Facebook for free.
Genius. Instagram.
You want ads? Pay.
I'm buying ads.
Yep.
I'm pumping ads.
That's correct.
Here's your platform. This is where I got you.
The nerds. Remember how you just tell you in high school? Oh, keep making fun of the nerds.
We're all working for the nerds.
You're working for the nerds, and you're paying. And
I
now,
tell all the athletes that.
And now I'm going to diswell the nerds.
You know what's funny, Fernie? All these games have seasons. There's one season every year, or every season. Every season, you get this thing called the battle pass.
The battle passes.
Like there's levels to it. Yeah, and like there's another.
So I don't know if you could get. Let's talk about the battle pass. The games now do this, right?
Oh,
They're like,
skins at the macro level has got to be insanity. It's an economy of scales. It's never ending.
I spent $40 last month.
I would like to see what that just looks like. Somebody's buying skins right now.
One day.
Fernie, I got paid today. I literally had to tell Johnny I can't buy a skin because I spent $40 last month. I gotta chill. But I'm ready to buy skins, dog. Because I'm playing my characters and they look gangster. And there's clout
so
there.
So crazy, bro. I can't comprehend it.
But here's the thing.
I'm gonna double skins.
So there's a thing called Battle Pass where these games are releasing where it's like we have seasons. Every quarter we have a new season and you're going to pay $10 every quarter. And now here's the thing, right? We're going to give you 100 levels. So you buy the Battle Pass, we're going to give you the first 5 levels free. That comes with this particular skin for this season. You get a little emoticon, a little thingy, a little detail, a couple fun things for your cosmetics for your game. So you're okay. I need for you to get the master skin of that battle pass per se. You have to hit level 100. The only way to hit level 100, you gotta play the game. So what's happening? You're creating a grind for this player. Now the kid that's at home, he's like, I want to get to level 100.
He's got a goal.
Because I need to get that master skin. So guess what? The only way to do it is by putting in the hours. You gotta play the game. So they hook you, and you're playing, and you're playing, and you're playing.
That's the scary part, man. Where they're eating.
Yeah, and no, and listen, as
they're
a gamer,
they're eating at your brain, dude. They got you on the hook.
As a gamer, I mean, like for me, I'm already old enough. Like I'm not enticed.
Like you get it.
Yeah, I'm not enticed
but you
by
don't
the battle
get it
pass.
when you're 12.
No, you don't. And
So it's when your mom,
where the parent has a responsibility.
that's where mom and dad walk in at 2 a.m. and your son's like this, fixated to a computer.
They take it
and
away.
Dude, I listened to a funny ass joke, stand-up comedy days, and one guy saying, he's like, dude, back in the day, you know, mom and dad used to whoop that ass. Nowadays, you just pull the phone away and people's bodies just starts to crumble.
That's it.
You know, and it's so true.
That's true.
All right, last question. We gotta end this. What gamer should I have on my podcast to transition? Because, you ready? If this is where if this is where I think it's going, I eventually have.
You told me to pick one. You should pick. If I had a dream scenario and we had a dream guest,
Yeah.
I'd take Dr. Disrespect as a D1 athlete, and that guy's a badass. And he's
So if
you would
Dr.
love him.
Disrespect is hurting, listen to me. As a college former athlete, I want to know why you transitioned into e-gaming, and I would love to meet you. Love to have you on the podcast. Esports is here. It's happening.
We'll do it remote. You can stay home, dude. You can stream it.
I'll call you. I'll holler at you.
No, we'll stream it. We'll get you on Discord. We'll figure it out.
But I would love to speak to you and learn and put out good content and solid content of how we can help parents and athletes in transition into e-gaming because it's here.
It is, bro. If you couldn't hear Johnny, he was saying he has a full family.
Great.
He has a family, kids, wife, maintains a life.
So he's got to maintain a lifestyle, and he understands.
Hey, he gets it, man.
All right. Awesome.
And there's a reason his name is Dr. Disrespect. He disrespect as gamers. He's like, I'm gonna kill you, dude. Like, you suck at this game. He's like I think he's like, respects to Kobe. He's the Kobe of esports. I don't care what anybody says.
Wow. Like I'm gonna stick it to you.
His content is the best content. He was like, I just murdered you, bro. Like do me a favor, alt tab, go to start, uninstall the game because why are you playing this game? You suck. And I like that.
All right, it's a wrap. Love you, dog. You too.